You will make it through. The fitra is awakening you. With Quran and Sunnah by your side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitra is awakening you. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through.
Hayallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We're pledging our allegiance to Allah, to the Prophet Muhammad, to the religion of Islam, and to each other. That the simple fact that we all believe the same, our blood, our reputation. You hear that, two brothers? Those two brothers that keep coming in here. The reputation of another Muslim is sacred, whether you agree with what they do or not. That's why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, even if your leaders were bad people, as long as they are continuing with that prayer and stuff, you cannot fight against them. You don't rebel against them. So you brothers got to get it together with all this, whatever your issues are, hating on people, other Muslims. Remember that hadith I talked about yesterday, how we're going to destroy each other. You brothers are part of that. You're doing that. My reputation is sacred, off limits. Okay? All right, so that's what that shahada is entailing, that the simple fact that we all believe the same. We're brothers and sisters in faith. We want for each other what we want for ourselves. We treat each other the way we want to be treated. But again, the problem today is most Muslims do not understand their religion. Most Muslims do not understand what la ilaha illallah means. So we have to be careful with who we take our knowledge from. We're living in 2024. We have the internet here. You don't have to travel to Mecca to learn the deen like the companions had to do, or travel to Medina under the caliphate of Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and all of them. As Islam spread throughout the world, the people would travel from wherever they lived, from Egypt, from Syria, to wherever even Europe, they would travel to Medina to learn from the companions and the tabi'in. Well, thanks to the internet, thanks to Allah giving us knowledge of technology, the world is in our hands. All you have to do is log in, turn on your computer, and you can learn the religion. It's easy. And that's why it's a problem, because anything that comes easily also comes with a lot of side effects. Okay? The side effect today is the ruwaybida. You don't know who you taking your knowledge from. People are teaching you things. What are they backing it up with? What understanding are they giving you? What is the understanding that the companions had about a woman teaching? For example, for you brothers who are rigid, you brothers who think that a woman is a piece of meat and she can't get on this internet like Layla's doing and teaching. Is that the understanding that the companions had, or is that something that you got, that you made up, or your scholar, your teacher told you? Everything is supposed to be based on how they understood it to be. We pray the way those companions understood for how we pray. We dress the way those companions understood how we should dress. Everything we do should be weighed against the Quran and the authentic hadith. And when it comes to our understanding as to how to incorporate that knowledge, our understanding should be as those companions had it. Does everybody get that, brothers and sisters? That's the issue. So the internet, just like anything, has good in it and bad in it. The bad of the internet is you got all these people who are frauds sitting up teaching Islam, but they're not teaching you the right Islam. But the good of it is you can find the truth teachers if you take your time and use the criteria that Allah put in effect for us. They're there. Maybe just 2% of us, but we're here. 2% of us, but we're here. Okay, so let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen for today. And this is Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd's chapter 7, right? Am I right? I don't know who's here. Fame, chapter 7 or chapter 6? Chapter 6, I think, of the book.
Yeah, still chapter 6.
Okay, good. Chapter 6 of the book, Diluting wal Bara. In this chapter, what Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd has done in this masterpiece, because that's what it is. He is proving and showing how the internet can be used to our advantage. And he's also proving how you can't say that Islam is outdated. You can't say that the hadiths don't apply to today when they do. So let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen and give me a second here. Let me take this down. You guys can see that. While I set this up on, first I got people here. Oh, okay. Walaikum salam. Oh, I see the people there on Odyssey. I forgot about you. Yeah, for those of you listening to me on Odyssey, I am logged on live there so I can see your typing. For those of you who are on Rumble, unfortunately, I can't see you, but you can text me if there's a question or a comment, or you can join our my Zoom room like you've been doing, or you can go on YouTube or Facebook and find me there, okay? But Rumble, Odyssey, you guys are taken care of. I'm here. I'm live. Yeah, that's me. Well, there's 10 of you in there? I got 10 of them in there, look like. Okay, all right. Let me share this now. Unleashing Global. This is it, the PowerPoint. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to putting that on my stuff, how we're learning with the understanding of the companions. I gotta go back to putting that on there because that's what makes my dawah different. I'm not teaching you from a mathab, and I'm not teaching you from a sheikh. I'm not giving you no mathab understanding. Exactly. So I got to start using that again. All right. So this is the PowerPoint for today. And we'll be covering pages 224 through 226. Moderators, make sure people off the mic in there. Again, pages 224 through pages 226. And these 2 pages will talk about how the internet has become a great way of unleashing true Islam. That verse of the Quran where Allah says, whoever is sincere in wanting to find the true knowledge, Allah will guide you to the source. The same way many of you sisters have been guided here, you wanted to learn the true Islam. So you just opened up the computer, you came upon one of my videos, and you said, wow, this is what I need to hear, and bam, here you are. Well, this is the beauty of the digital era that we live in. We can unleash Islam and its truthfulness to the people around the world. And this is why I love using the internet as a diet. I'm a Muslim woman. I can't travel like the men do. I can't go around standing up in conferences giving lectures, but I can sit here right at home in my bedroom and convey the message of Allah behind my computer screen, just like Aisha radiallahu anha did. in the safety and comfort of my own home. Okay? So, amid the intricate fabric of our contemporary world, because of the technology that Allah has given us, we can embark upon a great journey of discovery. Because of this internet, we can look at the challenges that Muslims are facing all over the world, and we can provide help. We can provide comfort. We can give advice to them. So this is the good of this internet. And remember, guys, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had told his companions, he said, we are of a small minority, but one day there'll be many of us. And they couldn't imagine that. Listen to what he said. He said, this matter, meaning the religion of Islam, it will certainly reach every place on this planet. Allah will not leave a house or a residence that's not been touched. Allah will cause this religion to enter every house, every residence, and the people will be honored, and some people will be disgraced. Allah will honor the honorable people with Islam, and he will disgrace the disgraceful people with disbelief. This hadith is authentic. And this wonderful hadith carries a deep message for us that Islam will spread, that every house on this planet will have heard about it. And the companions couldn't imagine it. But here we are in 2024, over 1,500 years ago. There is no place on this planet that has not heard of Islam, guys. Thanks to CNN News, thanks to Fox News, and thanks to the internet, everybody has heard of Islam. So these words of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam illustrate Allah's promise that the message of Islam will eventually reach every corner of the world, just as night and day touches all parts of the world. And again, knowledge, technology comes from Allah. And Allah allowed this to happen with the advent of digital age. Y'all see that? So that's the good of the media, of social media. Also, guys, not only does people have the ability to learn about Islam, but again, we can reach out and we can see what challenges as a nation that we meet. You can look and see what the Muslims in Gaza are going through the media. I can turn on the media and see what the Muslims in Sudan are going through, what the Muslims in Ghana are going through, what the Muslims in Antarctica. I even have 4 Muslims here. May Allah bless these sisters. I have 4 Muslim women who live in Antarctica who come here. And I know we can see now what they're faced with. So again, that hadith underscores the transformative power of Islam to honor those who embrace it. And on the other hand, for those who don't embrace it, it shows their disgrace. Okay? So there was a time during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when the Muslims had to fight or face the Romans. Many of the Arabs had never seen a white person before. They'd never seen a blonde-haired, blue-eyed person before. So when Allah sent down the command for the Muslims to fight against the Romans, the hypocrites used that as an excuse to not fight. Remember the hadith where one of the men said, "Oh Prophet, I don't want to answer the call because I've never seen a white woman before. And I'm afraid that if I see a white woman, I'm going to want to have sex with her and I'm going to transgress the limits of a law. I might rape her or anything because I can't imagine a woman looking like that with blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever. Well, those days are long gone. You want to know how a person look or how a people look? All we have to do is open up Google. I want to know how the Muslims look in China. Open up Google. I want to know how the Muslims look in Niger. Open up Google. I want to know how the Muslims look in Romania. Open up the Google. So again, you know, this shows how technology allows us to expand beyond the boundaries that we had before and get to know other people. We can navigate the world just by using social media. Does everybody understand that? There's no limitations. And because of this, the internet way of connecting ourselves, not only with others around the world who are like us, but also with the law. Subhanallah, when I made this website, yes, Layla made it. Like I said, you can't report me to nobody. All right. When I made this website back in 1986, it was an experimentation that me and some guys I never met before, we came off of IRC back in those days. I was an IRC operator, and so were they. Those boys invented voice technology on the internet. They're famous now. Mark Zuckerman is one of them. Okay? Yeah. That's why you couldn't get me banned on Facebook too. By the way, y'all got me banned on TikTok, but that's why you didn't work on Facebook. Mark Zuckerman, he knows Layla. We used to be IRC ops back in the day. Hello. All right. So anyway, what made me decide to make a place where Muslims can come together and chat with each other? It's because I had just gotten divorced. I just got a job, had to work for the first time in my life. I was a young girl. My job transferred me to another part of the state. I had no friends, no family, no community, no Muslims. I was born and raised around Muslims all my life. So I said, let me make a chat room where I can come together with other people and we can learn the religion and talk about Islam. And that's where it came from. Okay. And that's why we have it today. That's why I always keep my Zoom room, even though the Zoom is $200 a month. By the way, guys, we need donations. Please, guys, this is the 20th of the month. We were in the hole again. So please, guys, we need some donations to support this dawah effort. But anyway, subhanAllah, that's why I keep that Zoom room open, which is $200 a month, because we got women who are alone, who don't have husbands. It's hard to practice your religion when you have no support and you have no help. So we help each other in what is right. We help each other in what is good. So the women come in, we log in, and we interact with each other, even myself. Why do y'all think I didn't do my class last night? Because my Zoom room is dead. I don't know what's going on. Some of the women done had an attitude problems. I don't know. Women trip. They PMS. They go through menopause. But anyway, I need those sisters, though. Since nobody was here to talk to me, I said, forget it. I ain't doing my class because I don't feel good. I don't have nobody to talk to. So they don't care enough to come and support me. I ain't supporting them. Oh, yeah, I went through that hussy attack. That's why I didn't do my class last night. But see, the sisters are in there now. So now I'm sitting here doing it. You know, this is the gift of connectivity. The gift of connectivity is we can keep our fitra burning in our hearts. We can support each other, help each other, advise each other, encourage each other, and learn the Islam and its truthfulness with the understanding of those companions. So again, this is all the good of the internet. And now let's look at some examples. I like the way Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid gave examples of how we can connect and keep our fitra ignited. He used Twitter, for example. He said, look at Twitter. It's a digital loom where thread spans continents. I don't like his English there. I should have edited. But look at Twitter. You can go through different continents of the world with one tweet. You can send a message to Muslims all over the world through just one tweet. And you can stir up passion. You can stir up, good support for yourself. You can build bridges where before we couldn't do this just with one tweet. And then he used Facebook as an example. How Facebook, we can come together in groups. We can make different groups and come together and share our ideas. And that's what Facebook consists of, different groups and different pages of people from all over the world, Muslims connecting with each other, all with a commonality, with each other. And then look at YouTube. SubhanAllah, YouTube allows us to broadcast, to teach. You don't have to attend a conference. I can stream it live to you. You don't have to leave your house as a Muslim woman. You can stay in your own house and get the reward of learning just by watching YouTube. Again, you got to be careful to make sure that the knowledge you're taking is correct. But subhanAllah, through these examples, you can see how the digital world allows us to connect. And remember, guys, technology comes from Allah. Just like knowledge of medicine comes from Allah, knowledge of technology comes from Him too. We don't make this stuff up on our own. Allah is the one that plants the seed. Allah is the one that plants the idea in your heart, in your mind. SubhanAllah. So again, guys, I don't want any of you to think, that the internet is totally bad, that social media is totally bad, because it's not. But you have to use it in the right way. And you have to be careful who you're listening to and who you're taking your knowledge of Islam from. SubhanAllah. So that's where I'm going to stop today with this chapter of Sheikh Kareem's book. I really like how he's proven that, again, Allah's in control. Everything good that happens comes from Allah, just like everything bad comes from Him too. And the good that Allah sends to us, we can use it to our advantage to benefit ourselves, benefit each other, and also how Islam is true. The Prophet said that day would come. This day would come. This day would come when we would be able to interact without leaving our homes. How there would be no place on this earth that has never heard of Islam. All right, so I'm going to stop right here. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Are there any questions?